Here we go.
Got everything?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Here, honey. An offering for the king.
See you later, Mom.
Listen to your teacher, okay? And, give the king my best.
Dance with an angel, Mom.
Yeah. Maybe we'll tango today instead of waltz. That's our way of saying goodbye. My husband is an Air Force pilot and refers to fighter planes as angels. When he'd go on a mission that kept him away from home, I'd tell him in frustration to go dance with his angels. Matilda grew up hearing this, and now she uses it all the time. There's a nice view of the King's Bridge from our house. That iron giant is the pride of Gracemeria, our capital city. In the old quarter of the city beyond the bridge, you can make out an ancient castle, which is even more famous than the bridge. My daughter Matilda is going there on a field trip today. In the throne room rests the Golden King. He's been smiling for a good 600 years now. The king was a gentle person who was a bit on the small side, but he crafted a giant suit of armor that convinced his enemies to surrender without a single fight. Afterwards, they found such warmth in his smile that they bowed down to him in humility. Anyway, that's how the story goes. His smiling face still touches the hearts of our people. The very face my daughter and the others got on a bus to see this morning.
That was a brand new day.
The song on the radio seems to be a perfect match for the sunny weather.
Radio's taking all of your favorite requests.
I have no idea what's happening. That awful sound and the shaking. Was that a blast of wind from an explosion? The castle disappeared behind a pillar of flame.
Attention all pilots. Our capital city, Gracemeria, is under attack by unknown aircraft. Damage from the attacks is widespread throughout the city. All planes scramble and intercept all threats immediately.
Airborne warning and control system ghost tie to all scrambling defense craft. The situation has not yet been ascertained. We must implement an emergency reformation. Follow your individual instructions. Garuda 1, you do not have a wingman. Let's see. Shamrock. Shamrock, are you alone too? Very well. As of now, you're Garuda 2.
Okay. So I'm Garuda 2. Garuda 1, I've got your back. No time for introductions now, though. Go ahead and I'll follow your lead. Never was good with directions anyhow.
Garuda Team, you are authorized to engage any hostile aircraft above Gracemeria.
Roger that. May the Golden King smile upon us. Reinforcements, stay alert.
Ghost died, Garuda 1, Talisman, and Garuda 2, Shamrock. We are currently in a state of emergency. Our nation is under attack by unknown forces. Do whatever you can to fend off the invasion.
Garuda 2, roger that. Garuda 1, you call the shots. This is Command Garuda of the 15th Squadron. The enemy is expanding its field of attack. Stay alert. Garuda 1, there's too many of them. Use your SP weapon.
All ships determining enemy forces over the bay. Get those anti-air guns ready for battle.
Don't let any of them anti-aircraft fire at those bombers. Don't let them get any closer.
We interrupt this program for an emergency news report. Gracemeria is currently under attack by unidentified aircraft. The damage apparently extends throughout the entire capital.
We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estovakian military.
The Estovakians? Their economy's been in shambles for years. Looks like they finally snapped. Bugs too.
I want a damage assessment now.
The Estovakian threat level has been reduced. You should be able to hold out against them.
Garuda 1, we've almost got them. Let's do this one plane at a time. Game's over. Our runway's been bombed to hell. It's totally useless now.
Shoot them down so they can never do this again.
Looks like the stone's so running out of steam. Had enough, boys? Enemy tanks have made it to the ground and they're coming at us. Prepare to engage. They firing at me? So those bastards think they can barge into someone's house without even calling first. Unbelievable! I say we teach them a few manners before we kick them out. Launch, crash and burn. The bridge! The bridge is down!
That's what I like to hear. Our Air Force is holding down the enemy. Keep it up.
The Estovakian threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Emmerian.
Calm down.
Strigon to Strigon Team. We are prepared to launch.
Strigon leader to Igayan. We will commence mission operations once your delivery is complete.
Attention all aircraft. We are ready for Nimbus launch. Begin the countdown. Booster ignition complete. Launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire!
Engage the enemy at will following Nimbus impact. Finish them off.
What's this? Missiles?
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? So many cruise missiles just planted in midair. Half our planes have been wiped off the radar. What the hell was that? Where are they coming from?
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want out of this alive.
spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Strigon 12. Target acquired. Moving to engage. Calling all civilian planes. Gracemeria shall be ours for the taking. Roger.
A large-scale explosion has apparently occurred in midair. No further details as yet. I repeat.
Which direction are the missiles coming from? Right or left?
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Air Defense Command has ordered an evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Gracemeria. Break away from this airspace and head west.
Are you out of your mind? We can't comply with that order.
We are militarily at a huge disadvantage. Comply with the order and head west.
We're not going anywhere.
Listen! It's only temporary. The plan is to withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack. We can't afford to lose you. Follow the order.
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda 1. We really should get out of here.
Target kill confirmed. That's it, Pusher. Looking good. We're going to sweep Emmerian under the rug.
Pull out now. All engines full speed.
I can't figure these guys out.
Garuda Team, break away from this airspace and head west. Garuda Team, you're about to exit the combat zone. Maintain your course west to leave the airspace.
Forces are retreating? What are we supposed to do now?
I took a missile. My bird is fried.
Garuda Team, you've made it out of the combat zone. Head for the rendezvous point.
I promise we'll be back for you. Just a little longer. I promise.
Reinforcements, stay alert.
Our military has escaped destruction because of your valiant efforts on the battlefield. But our capital, Gracemeria, has been temporarily occupied by Estovakian forces, and our central government has been usurped by them as well. The nation of Estovakia had declared war with our country as it simultaneously launched a surprise attack on Gracemeria. In response, the Republic of Emmeria's Political Council unanimously adopted a resolution of open war against the Federal Republic of Estovakia. Our forces remaining on the Emmerian mainland are still fighting in desperation to protect our country. Once our intelligence has been sorted and confirmed, the Republic of Emmeria's armed forces must immediately regroup and counterattack against the Federal Republic of Estovakia. The beautiful country of Emmeria belongs to us, and only us, the Emmerian people.
Fire and smoke rises from the city before me. The King's Bridge is gone. Oh no. No! Matilda! I vaguely hear a scream of terror that sounds much like my own voice from afar. I feel as though the Golden King's gentle smile is moving farther away from me. Every now and then, I tell my daughter the story of the night some years ago. A night when the sky was radiant with shooting stars. That night, your father and I made countless wishes together. An asteroid called Ulysses came into Earth's orbit and disintegrated into millions of pieces, which poured down on the land below. As we watched the shooting stars that night, fragments from the asteroid rained down on our eastern neighbor, Estovakia, damaging a great deal of their infrastructure and devastating their economy. Soon after, the news reported that their nation had fallen into a civil war, one that would last for years. Eventually, the internal strife was brought to an end when the generals came into power. In the midst of hardship, the citizens of Estovakia were convinced that the only way they could recover as a nation was to rely on a military government led by these generals. Before long, they went so far as to invade our nation, the Republic of Emmeria. Our military was forced to retreat to Kesid, an island far to the west. My husband, a fighter pilot, also hasn't come home since. I walk on. I am unable to think. All I can do is follow the others. Ever since we came to the twisted remains of my daughter's school bus, my soul has left me. I am empty. Some of our tanks are parked at the approach to the bridge.
Let's pick up the pace, people! There's a train still running on the other side of the river. She goes all the way out to the edge of the border. We've got to blast this bridge before the enemy gets a hold of it. So move it or lose it, people!
Here I see the wreckage of a jet that was shot down. On what's left of the nose, I can make out some writing. Melissa. It's my name. What a cruel twist of fate for me to see this. My pilot husband, who had left for work that day with the same loving look on his face as always. He had painted my name on his angel. I go into the crowd on the train and endure 2 weeks of pure hell before finally ending up at a refugee camp at the border. I don't know any of the names on the list. My compatriots, who have now become refugees, gather around a single radio to listen to the broadcast. Even though the station is broadcasting out of Gracemeria, occupying forces have taken complete control of the airwaves. The enemy must have completely overtaken our capital, Gracemeria.
And although newer parts of the city have suffered considerable damage, the castle and a significant section of the old quarter have escaped relatively unscathed.
The castle's okay.
However,
Thank God.
the announcer went on to say that our castle was robbed of countless antiquities that once were elaborately displayed in our castle. Stripped bare.
As the Estovakian military, it is our sworn duty to govern this crumbling nation and get it back on its feet, starting right here in Gracemeria. I found a group of street children in front of the central station here, where the area has literally been reduced to a slum. Step on up here, little girl. What do you have to say about all this?
Go dance with the angels, mister.
My ears were not deceiving me. That voice belonged to my daughter, Matilda.
I am Lieutenant Colonel Voychek of the Estovakian Air Force. I arrived on a train to Gracemeria. To my detriment, I sustained a leg injury in the early stages of the war, relegating me to ground duty. I am now working as an intelligence officer for the Air Force. The ceiling has collapsed in the central station. From there, the city appears resigned to its fate beneath the Estovakian flag. What a pitiful sight. But at least there are no craters to mar the land. They are lucky in that sense.
Dance with the angels!
There goes my spare clothing. They will not be so lucky with these documents. What a miserable city this must be, with their children in such a state. The fine works of art, once displayed in this castle, were completely gone before the occupation forces arrived. Even the ancient armor of the Golden King, the collective heart and soul of the city's people, along with the crown, have disappeared without a trace. I must relay this unfortunate information back to the generals in my country. They were quite fond of those antiquities.
A large-scale formation of Estovakian bombers is heading toward Vitose, a city here on the island of Kesid. The enemy's plotting to storm Campania Airport, where our military is stationed, to stamp us out and put an end to this thing. Enemy bombers are approaching Vitose from the north. Our advance team estimates they'll be above the city in about 15 minutes. Air units are to cooperate with our radar facilities and resume operations. An enemy takeover of Vitose would mean the ultimate destruction of our country Emmeria and of our Emmerian people. Intercept them at once.
Those bombers have passed through the mountains and are still on course for Vitose.
They're here.
Head back to the base if you need supplies. You can land there at any time.
Takeoff complete. Good luck up there.
Garuda Team, a formation of enemy bombers is on its way to Vitose. Take them out.
Fight a good fight, troops. You're our only hope.
This territory is all we've got left. Garuda Team, it's in your hands. We've got to intercept those bombers. Stay within range of the radar facility. That should give you the upper hand in battle.
Come on, team. Have you located the enemy bombers? Look at all that smoke.
They're under attack on the front line. Our air defense network won't last much longer. Is Estovakian trying to raise our entire country?
Hold on your
approaching the city. Get on the scene immediately.
Emmerian Continental Forces have succumbed to the might of our army and rising initiative speed.
This is the enemy's propaganda broadcast.
More planes are showing up on radar. It's another bomber formation. Intercept.
Our merciful government and their benevolence have taken it upon themselves to restore order to your former capital, Gracemeria. And yet you seem intent on wasting away your final days playing futile war games.
Damn it! What a bunch of lies!
How about that, zombies? Don't be thinking you can get through here!
Second enemy bomber is down. Garuda 2 launched missile. Gotcha!
Missile closing in! Watch out for the shockwave!
We have radar lock on.
All pilots, make sure the bomber squadron can do its job.
That's a kill!
How do you shake me off?
More enemy bombers incoming. There's quite a few this time.
Leave this to me. I'll smoke the rest of them.
Garuda 1, Fox 3. Enemy bombers incoming. Intercept. Fourth enemy bomber confirmed down. Keep up the good work. Radar lock.
Fifth enemy bomber's on its way down. At this rate, we'll get them all. How many do we have left? Stay in formation.
Bombers are still incoming. Stay sharp. Connecting ESM for Garuda 1.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! I got a lock!
Take out those bombers first and foremost. Don't worry about the escorts.
Bandit dead ahead. This one's mine. I got a missile coming at me. The enemy fired a missile. Enemy aircraft launched a missile. It missed. Fox 2.
Enemy aircraft down.
That makes number 7.
Bomber number 8 confirmed down.
Ninth bomber down.
Garuda 1, Fox 2.
Get over here quick. There's still a few more. I think straight. Who the hell did that? All enemy bombers have been eliminated. We somehow plucked every last one of them.
Enemy bomber formation is confirmed down. I have to say you handled things well.
Hoping all that praise on us has got me a little too red in the face to go back home.
Roger that, Avalanche. I'll just report you as gunned down and missing in action.
That's pretty harsh, Ghost Eye.
All planes, it's time to get on home now. Try and make it back for supper.
The enemy bombers have been intercepted. Enemy aircraft around the Kesed perimeter have been significantly weakened. Our forces have taken advantage of this opportunity to arrange a swift counterattack. We expect the best from you.
My daughter is alive somewhere in Gracemeria. It took me days to get here. Days of walking. But I know this road ends somewhere up ahead. There was no need to think about how to cross the river. Didn't that soldier on the tank say they were going to destroy this bridge before the enemy came? I start to feel as if things never go as they are said to.
You've been ordered to start the mission now. The interception op was a success. Enemy air units around Kesed have been weakened. And the Republic of Emmeria's military has taken full advantage of this prime opportunity to initiate a counterattack operation with all forces participating. Enemy forces have established a wide-scale defensive line around Sipley Field, consisting largely of tank battalions. Our ground forces are set up to cross the river and penetrate it, and eventually regain control of Kesed. Garuda Team, we need you to support our advancing ground units and eliminate all enemy forces. Multiple units will be simultaneously carrying out various operations on the ground. Pay attention to the airspace above each operation area and provide support as needed. This must be the first time you've ever participated in a mission of this scale. The battle simulator is a good way to get some practical experience under your belt. Godspeed.
Nosedive to all forces. We're about to engage enemy units on the other side of the river from multiple angles.
This is Warlock Battalion. We'll be keeping the central unit occupied.
Ox Battalion here. We're set up to hit all enemy units on the east side. Still gunners here. We've got the west side covered.
Garuda Team, provide cover for our troops on the ground and eliminate all Estovakian ground forces. Choose any area you want to cover. Cross the return line if you need supplies. It's at the south end of the airspace.
They've got way more guys than us. Great confidence booster, huh? Let's get on it, Garuda 1.
Did you know that 90% of our operational forces are out on the battlefield? I love it. It's the bet of a lifetime.
Use the Operation ID device when the battle gets too heavy. Your radar display can be toggled for each operation.
Forget about your plane! Eject!
Connecting ESM for Garuda 1.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Good here, the Yellow Jacket. They've got too many anti-aircraft guns. We can't get in close enough. Don't let up! We must keep them back at all costs. We don't have much time. All tanks, make quick work of these guys. Aim for it again.
Don't let enemy forces reach Warlock Battalion. Take them out before they cross the bridge. Ground target has been eliminated.
The enemy sees us collapse. Captain, use our channel operation. All tanks, we'll have fire dead ahead. We're gonna take that gun site.
Garuda 2, roger that.
I want all remaining units to spread out to prevent...
Enemy facility was destroyed.
Talisman, you're under attack.
Enemy facility was destroyed. Missile missed its target.
Missile went off target.
Fox 2.
Don't stop firing. Don't let them advance.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! Garuda 2 fired.
Talisman is locked on.
Warlock, we're about to contain the main enemy forces across the river. Blast the hell out of anything that moves. Looks like they've got some anti-aircraft guns in the mix. Better go and ready for anything.
Enemy tank destroyed.
The Estovakian-occupied Gracemeria placing our tanks. Anti-aircraft guns, get with the program. Shoot those planes out of the sky. About half the enemy forces are down. I don't think they'll be getting in any further. Our firepower is far superior to theirs. This is a disgrace to our country. Let's go on.
Missile strike confirmed.
Enemy facility was destroyed. Attention all units. Advance now. Retreat is not an option. Engines matching quality over quantity. At this rate, we don't have to wait around for any backup. All tanks, unload all you got on whatever's left. That pilot has some skills. Somebody better shoot him down.
Anti-aircraft gun taken out.
Watch out! They've got a lock on you from the ground!
Kill confirmed.
Garuda 1, ESM is active. The Watch Battalion is a small-scale unit. Don't let the enemy surround them. They'll need the best backup you've got to offer.
This is Quox. Advancing to engage enemy across the river. Do me a favor and take care of any little guys trying to get in our way. We can provide ground assistance when you're ready for ESM. Don't go it alone. Stick together. Keep on firing. Get moving. The main battalion's up next. The Stovies have no skills. This'll be a walk in the park. Aim for the slow ones first and let the Air Force deal with the sky. We're almost through. Focus all fire on whatever's after our tanks. They can't handle us. Time to flame broil these little bastards. That's what I like to hear. All pests are down. Get moving. We'll make our lives easy, Air Force. The main enemy battalion has been destroyed. Thanks for that sweet air cover, boys. Teamwork's a beautiful thing, ain't it? This is Quox, preparing to engage central enemy from the east. Attention all team battalions.
Enemy forces have been dealt a heavy blow. All planes, move into action against any forces still remaining.
They're not going anywhere. I won't let them get away. Watch out! They've got a lock on you from the ground! Talisman, don't go thinking we can win this war all by ourselves. If the enemy becomes more than we can handle, don't be afraid to request allied support.
Don't get overzealous. Our tanks can deal with the ground. Anti-aircraft gunners, keep those fighters out of range! The enemy's trying to weasel its way out. Ain't gonna happen on my watch.
Cross over the safety line and head back to base if you need supplies. Half of the remaining enemy forces are down.
We're halfway there.
A miss! Stop firing! Retreat!
Lock on!
Damn, my engine's been hit. There aren't many stovies left out here. All planes, we're almost done. Don't get shot. Please respond. HQ! HQ! Damn it!
This area has been cleared of enemy forces. Mission complete. Get back to base.
Looks like I won the bet.
That's one step closer to Gracemeria. Garuda 1, I've got a hunch we'll be going home a lot sooner with you on board. I'm counting on you, Talisman.
Thanks to your efforts, we have completed this mission successfully. Emmerian forces were able to extend to the center of Kesed, expanding their power in the region. Estovakian forces were driven off the front line and have retreated to Bartolomeo Fortress, which is located in the center of the island. This mission should have given them a good taste of what our forces are capable of. Soon, we'll be able to drive all Estovakian forces out of Kesed.
So this guy's up next, huh? Hope he's happy with my name, rank, number, and birthday. 'Cause that's all he's gonna get out of me. He's all skin and bones, with eyes like a hawk. But that badge, and the cane. Old Hawkeye's here must have broken his wings in combat. Hey, look at me. I'm no different. The sky I took for granted now seems so far away. Now that my little adventure here with Hawkeyes is over, all that awaits me is a prison cell.
These prisoners have lost their will to fight. The Emmerian military administration is broken. They have nobody in power to provide the support they need. It's only a matter of time before they collapse.
The final remnant of Estovakian forces on this island is concentrated on Mount Marcello in northern Kesed. The enemy is mainly distributed throughout this mountainous area, with Bartolomeo Fortress as its center of operations. Providing a variety of high-level defensive measures and offensive might, this fortress also boasts strong anti-air capabilities. Our ground unit in this mission is to split into two groups, to the east and west, along with an air unit mainly providing ESN, which gives us 3 units in total. Garuda Team, we need you to cover each of these units in whichever order you feel is necessary. The situation will change depending on which turn a particular battle takes. You'll need to keep close tabs on the combat situation of each unit to successfully complete this mission. Our forces on the mainland are scattered and desperate, doing all they can to protect our nation. We need you to help guarantee their success on this mission. And success on this mission is measured by how much support you can provide them with.
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Initiate invasion of Bartolomeo Fortress.
This is Warlock. We've best route to the fortress.
Quad's battalion here. We'll advance from the east. This is Snake Pit. Electron support plane. Moving to support ground forces.
Garuda Team, I need you to provide backup for each battalion. Begin operation. Use the Operation ID device when the battle gets too heavy. Your radar display can be toggled for each operation.
Enemy electronic support aircraft sighted. Roger. Proceeding as planned.
Fox Battalion is heading for the first checkpoint at a steady pace.
Shamrock's engaging.
Talisman is locked on. Garuda Team, give Fox Battalion a hand.
Invasion successful.
Fox Battalion is approaching the first checkpoint now.
Enemy chopper unit confirmed. We'll need an air unit to take it out for us.
Fox Battalion has arrived at the first checkpoint. Ground target has been eliminated. Warlock Battalion has arrived at the first checkpoint. Fox 2.
Let me handle this. Missile went off target.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
Fox 2! Toss an grenade! Come on, Miller, this is no time for cold feet!
Ceasefire. No need to strike anymore.
Fox Battalion is heading for the second checkpoint at a steady pace. Missile struck target. Enemy facility was destroyed. Garuda 1, Fox 2.
Watch out! They've got a lock on you from the ground.
Fox 2!
Point me in the right direction. Don't know if we're in range, but I'll give it a shot.
Anti-aircraft gun taken out.
I got a missile coming at me!
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Initiate ESM. This will frustrate the Emmerians to no end.
Fox Battalion is under attack! Give them some backup! Don't chase them too far.
The mission is going as planned. We're about halfway to the objective.
I'm in. Disengaging from combat zone.
Fox Battalion is approaching the second checkpoint now.
I can draw it in closer. Get it full throttle. We gotta get over this one. Fox 2.
Fox Battalion has arrived at the second checkpoint. Garuda Team, back up the Warlock Battalion.
Start repositioning.
Fox Battalion has lost half its forces. The situation is getting worse. destroyed. Garuda Team, the Warlock Battalion needs cover.
Don't get overconfident. That train's got some wicked firepower.
Launching missile. Enemy facility taken out.
I say, get ready to fire.
Warlock Battalion is heading for the second checkpoint at a steady pace.
You evaded my missile.
I shook off the missile.
At me. I can't eject.
Roger that. You can count on me.
Box 2.
Garuda 1, ESM is active.
Watch out! They've got a lock on you from the ground! I've got a lock! Box 2!
Missile was evaded.
Number 3 is down. We get through. Okay. This is looking good.
Warlock Battalion is a little over halfway to the objective point. Just a little longer.
We're at the objective point. Watch Matilda. Everyone okay?
Fox Battalion has arrived at the objective point. Mission accomplished. Warlock Battalion is approaching the second checkpoint now.
Talisman, don't be afraid to request Allied support. Okay, I'm on backup.
It's the electronic support play. ESM is coming in from Snake Pit. Now we'll be able to shoot with more accuracy. Electronic support plan. I'm approaching the mission objective point. Get him! Get it right once more!
Garuda Team, give Snake Pit some cover. Warlock Battalion has arrived at the second checkpoint.
A missile! Look out! I've been hit! I don't think my plane's gonna make it.
Talisman has locked on.
Captain, I've got a fuel leak. Disengaging.
Missile evaded. Garuda 1, Fox 3.
Get down! Get down!
Missile strike confirmed.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Fox 2.
Get off out here. Tell the commander. Hammer's been hit.
Radar lock. Missile struck target. Enemy plane down.
Fox 2! You evaded my missile! Where do those Emmerians get such tenacity? Lost my rocket.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
The enemy fired a missile!
Missile struck target. Warlock Battalion has lost half its forces.
All forces were still doing fine. We can still fight. Headquarters, we're outnumbered. This airspace is relatively secure now. Couldn't have done it without you.
Enemy elements have been shut down throughout mission airspace. Well done, Garuda Team. All planes, move on to the enemy fortress. Ground unit, continue engagement.
Roger. Talisman, it's time to mop the floor.
Two unknown enemy fighters have been detected. Two enemy fighters approaching.
Roger. Initiating sweep. Orders is gonna fall. We're pulling out.
A Reaper's emblem! Those are the aces who attacked Gracemeria!
There's only two of them. Now's our chance to take them out. Enemy facility was destroyed.
Enemy's got a SAM locked onto you!
Missile evaded. Ground target has been eliminated.
Leave it, can you hear me? I'm going up. This place is ours.
Lock on!
We have radar lock on. Enemy fortress threat level has been reduced. Garuda Team, don't let your guard down.
Enemy's got a SAM locked onto you!
Launching missile. Enemy facility was destroyed.
Not bad. This is gonna be interesting.
Garuda 2 launched missile!
My right wing's been hit. I'm bailing out.
Lock on!
Garuda 1, Fox 3. Lock on. Anti-aircraft artillery taken out. Enemy fortress threat level is even lower now. Maintain current level of engagement.
Garuda Team, we're in good shape now. Let's turn this place out.
Fox 2.
I've got lock on!
SAM destroyed.
That anti-aircraft gun's history!
Our self-propelled artillery has moved into engagement.
Missile evaded. Roger.
Lock on. The enemy fortress has just about had it. Our ground unit almost has it under control.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. This one's mine. Garuda 2 launched missile.
Launching missile. Ground target has been eliminated.
Enemy chopper shot down.
Special weapons running low. The Bartolomeo Fortress is under our control. Nice work, Garuda Team.
Garuda Team, you guys work too hard. You're stealing all our thunder. Emmerian scum. It's no time to celebrate. We'll crush you in due time.
This is...
We have successfully retaken Bartolomeo Fortress. With the successful execution of this mission, Emmerian forces have regained complete control of Kesset Island. A plan to retake the mainland is now in the works. We're about to get into some serious combat.
Our post to the Iron Bridge was shot to hell by enemy aircraft. Those ever-so-helpful choppers were nice enough to wait until the last second to come bail us out of that death trap. The three of us are all that's left of our company. Sergeant Torch is our driver. He never knows when to shut up. Sergeant Hobsbawm, who never says a damn thing, mans the gun. And I'm Sergeant McKnight, the captain. Since we're all sergeants, we had to draw straws for the captain's seat. And the winner is yours truly. I'd live sweet and easy on this island for the rest of my days if I could. The Flyboys, on the other hand, are workaholics. They drove a whole mess of enemy troops off this rock. And that's why we're holed up in this damn landing ship playing 5-card stud. I don't know what those Flyboys are trying to pull, but this is the worst landing operation I've ever heard of. I always knew Donnie had sticky fingers. Apparently he was robbing banks before he joined the service. What an idiot.
Come on, just hear me out. About 5 years ago, before I joined the military, I was digging a tunnel straight towards Gracemeria's central bank when...
Donnie says the Estovakians haven't been able to get the safe open yet. He also says he dug an underground tunnel that got him within a few feet of the vault. Is this guy for real? But if he really dug a tunnel that close to the vault, I just want to know one thing. What the hell are we still doing here? Once we're back on the mainland, we've got to get to that bank before the Estovakians get their filthy paws on our loot. What do we got to lose?
I'm about to go over the mission contents. Finally, the day is near. We have organized enough troops and intelligence to retake the mainland. Soon the Emmerian military will initiate an operation designed to take back the Emmerian mainland. Our forces on the mainland are growing more exhausted as each day passes. If we don't act soon, they will be wiped out completely. Our bridgehead for disembarking troops on the mainland will be established at Rargam Beach, on the western tip of Ania. We're sending in units by air and sea. This is going to be a large-scale mission, so do all you can to see it through to the end. This mission will be divided into multiple units, 2 hovercraft units bringing our landing units to shore, and a fleet of ships to attack the enemy from out at sea. Our hovercraft unit needs support in order to bring in the landing unit safely, and for taking over points on the ground. Our fleet needs support in order to thoroughly defeat enemy forces close to the sea or in the vicinity of oil fields. It would be to our advantage if you could rush to various attack points and take them out before our units have to deal with them. Swift and accurate execution is extremely important in this mission in order to gain a secure foothold. Don't hold back. Show us what you're made of out there.
Take a look. It's the mainland.
Ghost Eye to all forces. We're about to start the landing operation.
This is Warlock Battalion. We'll be disembarking on the central coast to take over a stretch of land there.
Rox Battalion here. We're set to disembark on the west side. Take control of Artara and have another unit take the airport behind us.
This is flagship Marigold of the 2nd Fleet. We are set to destroy the enemy fleet position near those oil facilities close to the sea.
Garuda Team, your job is to eliminate any threats posed to our forces in each of these combat zones. Begin operation.
My fleet is about to destroy all enemy ships and eradicate any sign of a sea threat. We're leaving the skies to you, Garuda Team.
Our duty as Estovakians is to take the cowardly Emmerian military. Please do not
Talisman is locked on. Garuda 1 launched missile. Ground target destroyed.
Watch out! They've got a lock on you from the ground!
Ground target has been eliminated. Missile was evaded. Garuda 1 launched missile.
Things are looking good for us. Garuda Team, bring out the fat lady.
now. They're tracking you on radar. Gun range. Lock on. Fox 2. Enemy kill confirmed.
Mission accomplished. We love your work, Garuda. Moving on to support the main fleet.
Target destroyed.
Our transport chopper is about to fly over Otara. Destroy any anti-aircraft artillery you can find in the vicinity. At least now it'll be easy to hit our targets. Wrong communications here. All of our antennae are ruined. We're unable to provide any more support. Sorry to let it come to this. Our allies have lost hope. We can't afford to lose any more men. Garuda Team, please hurry! Missile launch. Crash and burn. We're under attack by enemy fighters. Anti-aircraft guns, what are you doing? The enemy's still got ground forces out here. Garuda Team, cook them up for us. We can't let the Emmerians get any closer. Crush them all.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
I'm engaging an enemy interceptor. This is gonna be one tough battle.
Enemy tank destroyed. About half the enemy forces are down. Looks like this will be an easy ride for our forces coming ashore.
Can't you shoot down those fighters? They've got ground forces coming too. Return fire. Crush their onslaught. Hold them back at all costs.
Garuda 1, Fox 3.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
The alarm won't shut up.
Enemy tank has been destroyed.
Fox 2.
mission is going smoothly.
Our air battalion is demolished. The Emmerians are overwhelming us. Enemy forces are almost eliminated. Strigon Team, put them out of my misery. Just a little more. Cook up every last one of them. We owe you one, Garuda. Proceeding with advance. Evacuate the wounded. Anybody else who can still stay, grab a gun. Enemy missile launch. Jake.
Talisman is locked on.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
I might not make it. They're still on me. Come on, miss.
Garuda 1 launched missile.
Box 2, box 2. A miss. Left wing damage, I'm out of control. We've taken control of the coast. We couldn't have done it without Garuda's cover. Yeehaw!
Enemy reinforcements detected on radar. They're approaching our landing unit at high speed. We can't let anything happen to our landing unit. Drive back the enemy and provide cover.
Talisman, this is kill or be killed.
No sign of ships in the area. Concentrate on anti-aircraft operations.
Enemy forces detected on radar. Approaching from both land and sea. Tank battalion, advance. Prepare to intercept anti-aircraft vehicles.
Some of the enemy reinforcements are coming this way. Prepare to engage anti-aircraft forces. Stay on alert for anti-ships.
Going after enemy ships. Cover me.
Roger. Missile strike confirmed.
Fox 3! Fox 3! Lock on!
Almost the entire occupying force has been wiped out. What the hell happened? I'm still in this. I've been strained. Who the hell did that? What can those exhausted American troops possibly do now?
In gun range.
I missed!
Check our remaining ammo.
Fire!
Vehicles are running low and protect us from behind. Get him! Get right once more! Take evasive action, Talisman.
I have him!
This is no longer Emmerian soil. It belongs to Estovakia now.
Missile evaded.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Enemy tank has been destroyed. Roughly half of the enemy reinforcements have been wiped out.
Don't go about me alone. Right? You might want to turn them, area.
That's what I like to see, Talisman. At this rate, we'll make it through.
That pilot has something special. That approaching dead haze will get us killed. Don't waste ammo. Aim before you shoot. Missile coming at me.
Lock on! Box 2!
Enemy tank has been destroyed.
Careful now. You have a bandit on your 6.
Box 3. Garuda 1, almost out of special weapons. Lock on. Connecting ESM for Garuda 1.
My canopies been punctured. Air pressure dropping.
Only a few missiles left.
What kind of kill? My electrical system's fried. I've lost monitoring capabilities.
Talisman, we've almost got him.
We had so many soldiers. Number 3, your wing caught fire. Are you going to be all right? Missile, heads up, number 2.
Enemy kill confirmed. All special weapons used.
Shoot that missile down!
Box 3! Box 3!
Connecting ESM for Garuda 1.
I shook it off. Now it's my turn.
I took a
Now
hit.
that plane is our ship. Keep him on radar.
Missile struck target.
Target hit.
How'd he shake me off?
I've got lock on.
Enemy plane down.
This ship's a tough one.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
The enemy fired a missile. I've been straight. Who the hell did that?
We have radar lock on. Garuda 1 out of missiles. No sign of the enemy on radar. They've been wiped out completely. Mission accomplished.
We're finally back on the mainland.
This just in. Apparently our heroes have made it back to the mainland. This just in, folks. I heard our engines are flying
back to our loved ones.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
Enemy forces on Rargam Beach have been annihilated, and the landing operation has ended successfully. We are finally able to provide full relief and support to our exhausted forces on the mainland. The Emmerian military is in position to advance towards the center of the continent, combine with our forces fighting the resistance, and take out Estovakian forces. Garuda Team, you've really earned a great name for yourselves here. Pull yourselves together and get ready for some action up there. We don't want this to be your last mission.
I had no idea. I should have thought more about the kind of people who would be traveling to Gracemeria. Now that we're in the midst of war. Her name is Ludmilla. She was an Estovakian medical student studying in Northern Navik, a neutral country. Her boyfriend is a soldier in the Estovakian military. She firmly believes that going to Gracemeria will somehow reunite them. It took a long time to get even that much out of her. Most of the time, she hardly says a word. We're certainly an odd pair of travel companions. Two women, hopelessly in search of their loved ones. Maybe it's the language barrier. But talking doesn't seem to be our strong point. But I feel we share a common goal that goes far beyond words.